encourage you. I encourage you to remain optimistic about the promise of Africa.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Balobi kolele keseni. Kolele keseni. www.visionnews.tv. Balobi .com nasuka. Fezalaka visionnews.tv.com. Abonnez-vous, c'est Didier Lacoste qui parle, l'archi-chanteur. Grand chanteur à Congo Morote. Voix moro silate talaraye alobelela yo. Honorable. Meli na. Tete bimasaye bisa. Didier Lacoste yo wana archi-chanteur. Tonolo. Balobi Edgar Mokonza binga mampangi nyonso. Bela ndandi na chaîne ndandi. Balobi mikolo defate Mokonzi. Kanga bango na image.
Bonjour et bienvenue sur www.visionnews.tv.com, la solution à tout nulle part ailleurs. Ça se passe que c'est comme je dis plusieurs fois, les savoirs ne mentent pas, c'est le fruit de notre travail. Le fruit de notre travail, c'est toujours ça. Alors, avec notre concept, Tosolamboka na kenao malembe. Pour bakoko na biso bandeko na biso ba comprendre. Alors, je suis dans la joie parce que Vision News, la chaîne de référence, la chaîne d'excellence, la chaîne de la diaspora, où est allé Makamba Lamuka, Vision News a raté parce que Martin Fayulu n'est pas bêta aboyé, na Tchemoussapi, donc et puis grand frère propre, donc il y a Tchaboua la bande, nous ne tombera jamais, il y a Willy Shongaski, donc on est ensemble, Lydia Bangala, on est ensemble. Alors, Vision News, Atika Kafayulu te, Nazo Pesabino, Belema Oyo, Vision News, Bazakuna na Boston, ndenge bazo pesa biso belema pour on pesa pe monde entier oyo na Boston te na États-Unis précisément bozoka bino moko bo juger anglais, donc bazo poser mituna na anglais azo répondre na anglais. Alors Vision News a dit que non ya ko bomba belema na te a pesa pe monde entier mobile. Alors Martin Fayulu m'a dit Vision News aza toujours na pointe. Jetta Kabuya, Mama Congo, l'imbattable Churamboma. Celui qui a vu les pères, a vu les fils, Dieu Dingwe. Donc, Tolanda, élément, il y a conférence, il y a Boston, dans l'université, premier opposant, premier homme politique, il y a Congo. Akene na kati ya université wana, akene kosala, makamama kana, na mindele balobi, non, dit jamais vu, to kansaka ke ba africain, baza maele te, comment muto akoye pate biso boye, biso ba congolais toza maele. Toujours l'accès bango que toza maele. Alors, minga kolobeza te, o ayoka anglais, akoyoka anglais. O ayoka anglais te, bo débrier. Nga tellement na yoka na anglais, na loba na ba langue belé. Alors, tolanda élément ya Martin Fayulu Madidi, le commandant du peuple, azaye mogote, azasuna grand frère Tchabouala, Aldolphe Mozito Mfumumpa. Nga na yebsaka bino, nga na zananga BDD. Na kumisa bango parce que naza BDD. Nga na kumisa bango te ko lamuka o esidio bra makama politique na yebi nanga ngote. Nga BDD ne na kumisa bango. Marge balbi mo Congo mo luba mo Swahili mo tetela mo sakata beto na beto, mais beto na beto makila isa toujours ya makila. Daza vie ya makila, donc BDD ne tombera jamais. Batamaile ba uta na BDD. Rébellion et banana molele na BDD. Ba BDD bazaro ba yumate ba yanke me ba benela mak. Alors tokene mi te pour ko monopoliser malobate to landa élément na biso ya Boston. Merci.
Voilà, nous sommes à Harvard University avec le président Martin Fayulu, le président élu, qui va commencer son speech dans quelques minutes. C'est en direct de Boston. Alors vous qui nous suivez de partout, c'est confirmé, le président va parler avec devant devant un monde, devant l'élite académique, les chercheurs, les gens qui font des doctorats, les masters, l'élite, les officiels américains, aussi les coulisses d'Avad, maintenant là, et ça c'est les coulisses d'Avad. Voilà. Le président est là. Le président est là. Je vais changer un peu le truc pour voir un peu comment ça marche. Ok.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I'm grateful to the African Students Club and the Harvard Kennedy School for hosting this wonderful and very important gathering. I'm honored to deliver these remarks before this audience at such a pivotal time for our continent. In 2012, the world leaders agreed in Rio, Brazil, that poverty should be eliminated by 2030. To that end, Africa needs good education, clean water, food, sanitation, healthcare, jobs, electricity, infrastructure, and so many other things. For many of our nations, the majority of people live on below $1.25 a day, and a large portion of our population below the age of 17 lives with very little to no prospects for the future. This is the single largest Democratic Republic of Congo. As we all know, Africa is extremely endowed in natural resources and is a key global provider in many resources such as oil, coal, coltan, cocoa, copper, for instance. Today, those resources are not benefiting the continent significantly because they are being exported with no added value. We need to start thinking beyond the simple extraction of resources as a means for development, because it simply isn't one. That means we must secure strategic global partnership which will help us modernize and diversify our economies and secure our future and the future of our children. This is the challenge for the global partnership we seek to forge. New global partnership for Africa's development. I've always told my kids that before to look at new things, it is important to consider what one already has and determine if one has made the best use of it. And then use this information to build on a new approach. What does this mean in the context of Africa? African countries have different levels of development and others to engage in global partnership and make them work for the people. The growth and the socio-economic development in the West and the Eastern African region have commanded many rightful advancements. The positive perception has allowed many of those countries to attract better quality and more diversified foreign direct investment. Ethiopia, Nigeria, Ghana, and Kenya, among others, have been favorite destinations for many investors in the commodities, banking, telecom, and fast-moving consumer goods spaces, for instance. Although those countries share different experiences, one of the key common denominators for sustained improvement is the consolidation of the rule of law and a clear visibility on the development of the nation. When investors understand the rule and can project themselves in the medium to long term, we, the people, are better equipped to negotiate win-win agreements. This requires both strategic vision, good governance, and a strong commitment for institution building as the bedrock of development, tangible and long-lasting results. Many countries have seen tremendous results following this framework. Attracting partners on a shared vision is very important. This and the sub-region, both in economy and trade terms, but also in its social development and culture, it stands a better chance to attract investors interested in the synergies offered by the bloc rather than approach in forging partnership. On the one hand, countries must make an effort to be reliable partners, and on the other hand, be strong actors on the regional scene. The largest untapped opportunity for Africa is intra-Africa trade. While it is very important to develop strong bilateral ties on a global basis, the lack of diversification of those partnerships is a threat to the natural competitive tension required to make any economy perform. We should not have to choose between China and the United States or between Latin America and Europe, but rather have approaches that are mutually beneficial to all parties and with the aim to lift people out of poverty, stimulate economic activity, and provide the training and education needed to develop our nations. This is the challenge that global partnerships need to deliver on. And the African leaders have a responsibility to execute on this. But like in many companies and well-run organizations, both the macro management, vision, leadership, regional ambitions, and the micro management, institution building, health and education, democratic culture, and the good governance are necessary to make the world work cohesively. Following that same logic, a failing state in an ambitious region will not be able to drag the group to more than the sum of all parts. This is still clearly the case of my country, the Democratic Republic of Congo. Democratic just by name. Shortcuts in the democratic process and institution building cannot be erased by so-called efforts under democratic rules and illegitimate leadership. Democracy is important in that it creates accountability. More than anything else, African leaders need to be accountable for their governance, just as a chief executive officers track KPIs and set up performance reviews from which they can ultimately suffer consequences. Head of states need to answer to the people on their policies and their achievements. That's when legitimacy becomes important, because more often than not, good policies are unpopular, and one needs the legitimacy to obtain through the democratic process to navigate through tough but needed. When you cannot do this because you have killed the democracy, the democratic culture, and erased the very notion of legitimacy, then you are left with chaos. For decades, my country, Congo, has embodied what not to do. Recurring lack of legitimacy, plundering of natural resources, in taking as much data as quickly as possible, the reign being clouded by the spectrum of illegitimacy. What good if a partner that does not have the popular underpinning necessary to drive through complex regional and international partnership? The DRC should lead in those aspects and not to be led by its shortcomings. Integration blocks remain a key ingredient to a successful Africa that delivers for its people. But it is important to always remember that integration can only be as successful as the fundamentals that underpin it. Nation and institution building eventually benefits the whole and create the necessary condition for sustained and inclusive development. The lack of it is a constant threat to both the nation, the region, and those forged global partnerships. On December 30th, 2018, in the hope of a democratic political transfer of power that carried an immense desire for change, the Congolese people went to the polls to elect the new president and the new parliamentary and provincial representatives. In an effort to maintain the former president, Mr. Kabila system, 2018 elections, and to wait for the arrival of the high-level delegation comprised of the President of the African Union, the President of the African Union Commission, as well as other heads of state and government, to engage in a dialogue with all Congolese stakeholders in an effort to reach a consensus on way out of the post-electoral crisis in the country, and quote. The rebuttal of the initiative by the Congolese government did cast a discredit without precedent on the African Union efforts to help the Congolese people. The acceptance by many leaders of the status quo in light of this electoral fraud was disturbing. And today, more than ever, the Congolese people is wondering, what is the purpose of electoral process in Congo and not considered when so clearly and democratically demonstrated? The evidence is overwhelming, and no one can contest the true result in good faith. The legality that a court and an electoral commission controlled by former President Mr. Kabila just conferred to usurpers is not synonymous with legitimacy. To that extent, the explanatory memorandum of our Constitution is explicit and unfortunately still be relevant. Quote, since its independence on June 30th, 1960, the Democratic Republic of Congo is confronted with recurring political crisis, which has fundamental roots in the contestation of the legitimacy of its institutions and its actors. This is why I proposed to the African Union to uphold its stated commitment to justice and truth by creating a special committee for the verification of the truth of the ballot. Unfortunately, my proposal was not considered, and the AU accepted to move forward with recognizing a sham election. Accepting this travesty in the name of hypothetical stability is to despise the will of the Congolese people and condemn the DRC to instability. Today, we are facing many questions. On the one hand, you have, first, an illegitimate Mr. Tshisekedi who is seeking help to fix his legitimacy issues. Second, you have Mr. Kabila, who is still pulling the strings and would like to corrupt me for silence. Third, some people, including the international community, asking me to just let it go.
Wow.
If it was you, what would have done? No. Sorry? No.
Keep fighting.
And on an who believe in the democratic process and voted for me with more than 62%. What do I do? This is the question.
Keep fighting.
Keep fighting.
Keep fighting.
Yeah.
Oh, this is my answer. I will not let my people down.
Never abandon the fight. Never.
Don't give up.
Indeed, this is not about me or Kabila or Tshisekedi. This is about the Congolese. This is about respect for sovereignty as the exclusive power of the people. And we need to demonstrate to our people who courageously carried us through the African continent and the world that when we said that we are committed to democracy and nation building, we mean it. Not just for a vote, but as the only way forward to build our nation. The relevance of what happened in my country is a good example of the failure of integration both at the regional level and the continental level. The SADC, the regional organization, which we are a part of, should have indicated itself to push for a stronger Congo, not a weaker one. Democratic principles are core to creating the necessary condition for strong win-win partnerships. The elites who you belong have a singular responsibility to promote and defend values that make nations stronger. Democracy, good governance, rule of law, legitimacy, and win-win principles. Those are values that we should lead with as they are mutually beneficial to all. As political leaders of Africa, we should never forget that the prerequisite to successful global partnership is to uphold the sovereignty of the people as the sole emanation of power, and to govern by it and for it solely. Therefore, it is important to approach this new era of globalization with a strong commitment to building strong nations and a strong continent, and to resist the temptation of rushing through or skipping fundamentals. Change a city to change a nation. Change a nation to change a region. Change a region to change a continent. This is challenge facing all of us. I would like to thank the Harvard Kennedy School of Government, as well as the African students, for putting together this wonderful conference. You are our brightest ambassador, and we surely hope that you will be back home and put your intelligence and ideas to the service of the continent. I encourage you to remain optimistic about the promise of Africa and engage as much as you can with the continent as you pursue your study. I will do my part. I will continue to fight for the continent. I will continue to fight for my country. I will continue to fight for the better of the world. Thank you very much. God bless you.
That was a very outstanding and impactful speech on the intersection of partnership, integration, and most importantly, democracy. We are now going to open it to questions from the audience. Please line up by the mics. Please keep your questions as questions and also concise, and be respectful. Thank you.
Thank you very much for addressing us today. I'm a Zimbabwean, and we have had a lot of elections stolen from us. I completely feel the pain of the Congolese people. Now to my questions. A number of African leaders, both in the ruling and opposition parties, struggle with passing the baton to the younger people. And I'm wondering what strategies you have in place for your generation to pass on the baton and probably train younger Congolese people whilst you're still in that position as a leader so that you can effectively pass on power. And earlier today I was talking to my Kenyan friends, and one of the things that we all agreed was lacking in our respective countries was an effective opposition. How do you remain effective in between elections? Because most times we see our leaders, opposition leaders during elections, and sometimes we see them when there's a crisis. But in between, we do not hear from them. So how do you remain effective? And also, how do you keep to your principles and convictions, especially when there is a danger of being caught? Thank you.
Thank you so much. My name is Rosebel Kapumire. I'm from Uganda. I have a question regarding the involvement of women, Congolese women, in the political process. As a woman who follows politics, it was sad for me to follow the news, which was mostly about men fighting for power, just another a symptom of how non-inclusive our politics are. What is your own vision in terms of really, truly giving platforms for women in a country where most of the front runners, we don't see women's faces, and the impact is immense? Thank you.
Yeah. The first one, yeah, we need the young people to start thinking about their country, to also join the political party, to start discussing the issues of the countries of the continent. And if you can remember, during our independences in Africa, our leaders, they had close relationship. And see Senegal to Congo to Ghana and to South Africa. If you see when South Africa fought for apartheid, it was the whole continent who fought. It was not South Africa only. That's why today we are Congolese are telling South Africans and South African leaders they don't have to forget what the whole continent did for South Africa. And we are telling the youth, please, don't let the others alone. Don't let them do what they are doing. Let them do, just looking for money. They have to see your future, and you have to be behind that, and close to them, and to put them on the right way. Now, for me to remain effective, I'm a fighter. I'm a fighter. The Congolese people call me people soldier. Now they are calling me people press commander. Okay? I will continue because I'm not working for myself. My life is almost in the past. I've worked for a big organization. I've worked for a big organization. And now I think there is a time for me to fight for my country, to put myself as a model for the youth, so we can together achieve wonders for our country. I continue to keep myself, as a man of values, a man who has some basis and who's not corrupt. And I always tell my people and go to the TV program, if there is one guy in this world who has corrupted, who has given me one, like Nigeria said, one kobo, let him stand up. I work in Nigeria 2 years, yes. I work in Mali 2 years. I work in Ethiopia 2 years. I work in Kenya. I work, in many countries in Africa. I work in my own country 10 years. And I think that one has to have some value. And the company that I work with before, this is ExxonMobil, is a company known with, values. And I have to keep on those values to remain the same. Yeah, my sister. I'm the president of a political party, and my second in command is, a woman. She's a lawyer, and she's performing very well. And we always try to have, these 50-50 as is put into our constitution, because in the Congolese constitution, it's stated that everywhere you should have these 50-50 women and the man. But sometimes we are having problem to have those women coming in politics. But we will continue to push them, to call them, because as you know, again, women have suffered a lot.
We have time for. So thank you so much. Yeah, I think that's all we have time for today. Thank you so much for being here with us. We really appreciate you taking the time from your busy schedule to be here with all of us. If I can get everybody else to be around.
Thank you. God bless you.
Candidat numéro 4, Martin Fayoulou Matidi.
Hi everyone, my name is Paul Tim. I'm the president of the International Law Association. And I just wanted to tell everyone the Taste of Africa is starting at 8 p.m. And I also wanted to make sure everyone was aware.
Okay.
Candidat numéro 4. Vous votez pour le changement à Congo, pour le développement à Congo. La guerre est ici là. Soki tokoboye pour la miauti la nzambe toye bande toko souffrir. Baye akala babona ki barabase na place na Yesu. Ba regretta qui après tout les matins comme la vie trop tard. Après tout commande pour répéter. Il fallait qu'il tout bona. Martin Fayoulou. Martin Fayoulou. Na Congo, na Est, Benakasai. Tout voté, candidat numéro 4, Martin Fayoulou. Nayende changement et Koya. Totez les la coalition Lamoka, Jean-Pierre Bemba, Adolphe Mosidou, Freddy Matungulu, Moïse Katumbi, Otombeli Bino Longonia, Tosengi Bino merci, Biso peuple congolais, Nabo Sangani Nabino, l'union fait la force. Peuple congolais, Bazana Simaya, Martin Fayoulou, Martin Fayoulou. Ma foi. Pas congolais, Bana Lamoka. Gonga ya boyo conscience ya moko na moko esala. Pour voter candidat numéro 4. Pour la changement ya Congo Mobimba. Candidat numéro 4, Martin Fayoulou Matidi. Elle encore. Victoire, Yaba Congolais.
Oh, the microphone, yeah.
sera avec Carmel. Et il
noir. Venez conseiller, Féroce. Venez secrétaire Nagauti. Idari nous n'a plus fait na. Yok me bogari. Mwando na plus fait na wabusa su. Dungoma kwena maboke. Tamon kwene gali. Mulangi kwena mayeli. Venez champion muto. L'autre mingi mi kwa kula. C'est du l'anglais.
Bon voilà, c'était bien, on a fini, c'était très bien, non pas de commentaires parce que le lecture c'était très bien son discours, ce qu'il pense pour le Congo et beaucoup plus pour l'Afrique. Et voilà, il a une idée claire de gouvernance, la bonne gouvernance et surtout que la fraude et la corruption. Et voilà, l'établissement d'un état de droit. On ne doit pas continuer à voler des gens de victoire. Les gens, les leaders qui sont élus doivent gouverner. Pas de mascarade, pas de reste. Parce que tout un destin people destiny, tu vois, c'est dans l'eau, ce qui n'est pas bien. Il continue à travailler. Ce qu'il a dit, il promet qu'il ne va pas lâcher, il va continuer jusqu'au bout. Voilà un peu l'ambiance ici sur place.
Il a parlé sur le développement de l'Afrique et il a parlé des entraves qui freinent le développement de l'Afrique. Et parmi ces entraves-là, il a mis un accent particulier à la démocratie. Et en mettant l'accent particulier à la démocratie, il a souligné le problème de la RDC. Et que la RDC est en train d'expérimenter présentement un problème très sérieux qui freine le développement de notre pays. Et c'est pour cela ça freine le développement de notre pays. Et après, il y a une question et réponse, une séance de questions et réponses. Le jeune, une dame de l'Ouganda a posé la question sur l'intégration des jeunes et de l'enfant. Il a touché les politiques africains, disant que les hommes politiques dans l'ensemble, les hommes politiques se font voir après les élections, après qu'il y ait vote électoral. Là, avant les élections et après. Mais pendant qu'ils sont au pouvoir, ils ne sont pas en contact avec la population. Qu'est-ce qui se passe et quel est son point de vue là-dessus? Et le président a parlé qu'il a été toujours accessible et qu'il est pour l'intégration des femmes. Il en a parlé même de
Alors, merci derrière la régie. Aussi, même Mialo Mboma, toujours BDD, toujours. Hein? Donc, on est ensemble. Alors, Bouto, j'espère, conférence, il y a Martin Fayulu Madidi, le commandant du peuple anglais. Wana. Anglais wana nana kolobango bino mo boyoki anglais na ba mindele bazo craquer ba poser ba question na anglais mutazo lo anglais on dirait mai minde bazo minde no zo bi anglais on dirait mai yo moto fana en Afrique. Alors ngana na bwana wa ba commentaire bino moko boyoki bino moko bomoni bino moko bo juger tozo kende wapi tozo sala nini mitu ezali mitu aboye. So les autres pour mboka na biso et kozala bien mundele moya saka na so na biso et kozala te ba maka poso mwino mais bazoka makamba zo bimisa ba bité et ça un niveau bato mwino te. Donc il y a rien à... Alors sans oublier l'union fait la force entre nous les Africains. Tozo ça toujours musala hein to yibisa la bino plateau angoyo Vision News na ça biso besoin besoin ndako bo contacter Vision News na minute yo to kozonga so simate fret aérienne pona biso bana mboka pona biso ba congolais. Oh ngai donc ting tak mbala mo lelo pesi lobby ekomi du nouveau donc DHL Colis Simon yoka niveau hein na DHL mbalamo ezate ko na kina otika monte na aéroport na kina pesa na aéroport bunga kité fret DHL aérienne Angola Kisasa wapi partout olingi fret aérienne motozotina na Colis Simon donc 8 jours livraison pendant 8 jours na Colis Simon même dans la poste biloko na yo ekomi alors prix eza nango ya 10 kilos faux prix hein 10 kilos faux prix 5 kilos faux prix donc moi paye promotion ezali boye batali boso promotion ezali alors pour l'adresse 35 boulevard Anatole France 93 200 Saint-Denis hein aérienne Les Seines 93 200 boulevard Anatole France na Saint-Denis contact ezali pour nos contacts nous avons des contacts tozana 01 76 24 05 41 Batalibanda plus 33 donc peu importe place aux ali au bengi kaka biloko na yo baotikila na Colis Simon na DHL ya poste hein fret aérienne entre biso na biso bana mboka hein o esimami na amina nga personnel Papi Mangunza donc Papi Mangunza donc merci si vous avez besoin de contacter biso nous sommes là pour la solution de Vision News, la solution à tout. La solution à tout, la solution à vos problèmes, la solution à tout. Namuke tozo koka, tozo pesa, ba solution. Alors, merci vraiment à tous nos abonnés. Abonnez-vous massivement. On est ensemble, grand frère propre. Hein? Tchaboula ne tombera jamais. Martin Fayoul Madidi, le commandant du peuple, on est ensemble. Adolphe Mozito, on est ensemble. Tous les abonnés, tout le peuple congolais, vont s'abonner massivement. L'imbattable Churamboma, Dodo Mangala, ma belle-sœur, grand frère Nanga Serge Mangala, Chandrel Ngoma, Mini Cooper, il y a Willy Chonga Pessier, sans oublier Jidi Time samedi, Tozana Jidi Time, et Tozana live Nabiso samedi avec Passing Yangi, et c'est les unes mecs d'ici, donc Vision News live, il y a vendredi, vendredi moto, vendredi show na show, vendredi live, mais vendredi au samedi. Après samedi au semaine au vendredi. Alors abonnez-vous massivement. Merci.